Hi, my name is Dirk, and I'm a model trainaholic. Hey guys and gals, Dirk here from Chesty Trains. Today was a new video, and as you might have noticed on the intro, it goes about, or it's all about, a topic I've recently seen on in a video on YouTube, and it was in German. It was from a guy, Michael Schulz, and he was talking about how there's so many model train enthusiasts or modelers, and they have 200, 300, 500, 1,000 engines, 1,000 passenger cars plus, or 1,000, 2,000 train cars in general, and barely a layout to put them on, or as part of the collection is in storage for years and years and years. And I kind of thought about that, and he wanted to know too the thoughts of his viewers, and in the comment sections. I mean, he had hundreds of comments within a couple of days, and I thought that's an interesting topic. But also, I thought to myself, being at model trains, being at another hobby, people collect coins, people collect stamps. People collect sports memorabilia. People collect all sorts of things, and I think men especially. I mean, women too, but men too. And I think for my part, it's my hobby. It's what I enjoy. It's and obviously that wall there. Not everything can be on this little layout behind me at the same time. Some of it has been in boxes for years and years and years because I didn't have a layout in between, or I didn't have the opportunity to have a layout. But, where does it come from? Why does one collect model trains? Why does one collect stamps? Why does one collect sports memorabilia? And I think it's all, in us, like from being, in the early times of mankind, and even being animals, being just, hunters and collectors and gatherers, and we always try to hold on to as much as we could, and what we could transport, or what could go with us from A to B, being it, the teeth of the animals we killed, or being it the bones of our ancestors, or whatever. And I mean, it just became a little bit more sophisticated, and we find hobbies that interest us, that we enjoy, and at stages in our lives we can really enjoy it by saying like, hey, I have right now the extra income, I have the extra laying on the side, I saved up, and I want this, and I want to add this to my collection. So you do, and you enjoy that. And for my part, I personally can say, yes, I collect. I probably have a lot of engines that I could say, hey, you know what, they analog, they're not worth converting. My old Lilliput from Austria, some of them, and I could just go by and sell them. But on the other hand, they don't cost anything sitting there on the shelf. When I sell them, I don't get much for them. And even though I can't run them digitally, I still enjoy looking at them, and looking at some of the Lilliput steam engines from the late 70s, early 80s. I mean, what they put on the rail for detail back then, and for scale wise, like Marklin and Rocco still, like, yeah, not much better, honestly, like detail wise. So why would I get rid of them? They are stored nice and dry. I take them out, I lube them up, I look at them a little bit, let them run on an analog circle, and they still run like they did, 40 years ago. And I just enjoy that. So why would I get rid of them? And there's obviously going to come times where behind me the layout will need some landscaping done, and we'll need some buildings, or we'll need some trees, and the focus will shift from buying a locomotive or buying train cars to buying trees, or buying scenery material, or buying other things. So I mean, and that's where I think our hobby, our model train hobby, and it doesn't matter if you model North American, if you model European, if you model Asian, it's so multifaceted, and everybody can do whatever they want. This is my little world, and I can do in my little world whatever I like. And when I go and post a video on YouTube of how I put trains together and people don't like it, well, turn the video off. Like, I'm not going to force you to watch my videos. And I do the same. Like, sometimes, I start a video and a minute in, I'm like, not my cup of tea. I don't really like what I'm seeing, so I'm just going to move on. Do I leave a thumbs down because I don't like it? No. Why would I? Obviously, the person that's doing it enjoys it, and he should. And I think that's the beauty about our hobby, that we can just do what we want in our own four walls, and do it the way we feel it's best. And some people want lots of tracks and lots of operation, and they don't care if the trees look like little pipe cleaners or round balls on a stick, or and they don't care if the houses cost $5 at the flea market, and they just plop them on the layout wherever they want. And the other guy has to have every house weathered, every tree has to be handmade, and good for them. Like it's that's what we can do in our hobby, is we can enjoy it the way we want. But I'd like to know from you guys, how do you see it? Why do you collect trains, and how many trains do you think you have, and do you have too many, or should you get rid of some, or do you just say, like, my trains, I bought them, I don't want to get rid of them, and there's no need to, and and that's just what I'm putting out the question. Just let me know in the comments what you think. Do you say, hey, Dirk, like that Chesty Trains, he's a little bit, when you look at the stuff he has in the shelf, and there's, every other day, there's, another box coming from, like this one from Menzel's Lokschuppen with some new train cars, right? They say, like, hey, that guy's nuts, right? He runs on a layout that doesn't have one tree on there, or one house on there, and he should concentrate on building his layout rather than buying more trains that he can't fit anyways. But let me know in the comments what you guys think. Really like to know. I find it a very interesting topic, or if you have a video you make about it, what you think, then link the video in the comments below. And, so other people can look at your video too, and say, like, yeah, well, you know what, there's a point to that too, or, the different view he has is quite all right too. So anyways, let me know what you think, and, we'll go from, well, hopefully we all enjoy watching these videos. So anyways, that's my few minutes of rambling about our hobby, and how I enjoy it, and how I think, or why I think I collect things. It's all just because I'm a Neanderthal, and I never progressed past the cave. And so I'd much rather gather things and hang on to them than, not gather things and have useless money in the bank. So anyways, since I just mentioned that, mail came today. I got these beautiful sets from Sudexpress. Got them from Menzel's Lokschuppen. There's the number up on top. I can't read it. I'm blind without glasses. At least on that distance, so the number is 197267. And these are Wascosa train cars from Sudexpress. I'm going to plop them on the table. I'm going to open the case, and we can look at one or two of them, and you can let me know what you think about these train cars. I think they are fantastic detail. They run really nicely. I had one out just to make it short on the kitchen table and to really look at it. But also I want to put it on the rail now and just roll it around a little bit. So stay with me. Okay, so here we have the set from Sudexpress. There's the number again, 3 train cars in it. These are hopper cars with a swiveling roof. From Wascosa K+S. I'm not sure what that is, K+S, but anyways, like quality wise, like this is like a pretty awesome sturdy shoebox container. We have detailed instructions how this all comes apart, of course, inside, spare parts diagram. As you can see, tons of little parts to it, so this is really detailed train cars. And also this set then obviously has some foam in there. Let's take that out. And now the train cars are individual in these plastic, clear plastic sliders or boxes, right? And I'm just gonna take them all 3 out. And there's foam in between them, so very good packaging, very nice package, but of course it'll take up a lot of space in the shelf. So then they are just slid into this outer shell, like we've seen from many manufacturers, Markland, Pico, Riva Rossi. Everybody kind of has this same idea. So here we have the train car. We have a ton of little add-on parts. So these add-on parts are for more or less if you want to display these on the shelf. You can put the brake hoses on, the original couplers and everything. And then also we have in here spare wheels, hand wheels, little ones and big ones, in case you lose any of these tiny little guys. And we have couplers in there. Hook and loop couplers though. You don't get short couplings like for Roku or whatever, you have to get yourself. So, but what makes this set kind of special, and that's why I couldn't say no and I bought 2 of them, is that it has this printing on the side here. So that says Glück auf und gute Fahrt, German slogan. It has the date of 14th of May in 2020 on there. And it has a number written on here, 404, and then the designation of the train car type. And so Glück auf means good luck in the language of coal miners, and gute Fahrt means have a safe trip or safe trip in general. These train cars are very detailed. Not just do we have all the handrails, all the super fine printing on there, but also on the bottom the chutes are even colored or silver metal colored, point in separate directions, have these rings around them where you can adjust them with which way you want the rail car to dump out of each compartment. The hand wheels are super fine. We have all the little hooks on here. We see all the little detail on the bottom here, and I don't know how well this can be seen, but it's amazing. The detail they have is amazing. The printing here is super nice and crisp. Like you can read everything once you blow it up. Like I can't, but when I magnify it, I definitely can. And then the other side obviously has the same printing on there. Looks really good too. And then we have the swiveling roof here that can open. And not just does the roof swivel open, but also there's a load in there. So I think this is kind of like a chalk, salt maybe, or something like that. That's being transported with these. I have to do a little bit more digging on that. But when these cars came out, the first series of them was released from Sudexpress. I saw them on YouTube. And I thought, hey, it's a really stunning color combination with the orange roofs and then the blue train car itself, the hopper. But also I really like the amount of detail, the yellow handrails on there. And then when I found out they had this, special printing on there, I thought to myself, well, I gotta have these. Like, they are just awesome. They look awesome. And so I ordered these 2 sets from Menzel's. Lokschuppen out of Germany in Düsseldorf. And then I also had pre-ordered one set, but without the printing on there, from Modelleisenbahntraeume-tv. And that's in the mail now, so a few days and it'll be here too. And I have a 9 train car train with these hopper cars, and yeah, I don't know now, like I want to run these, but I also find it really, really cool that there's basically salt or minerals in there, and I don't think I've ever seen it prototypically on videos or anything, that these train cars run with the roof open. But I think when I run this train, I want to have like 1 or 2 of these open so you can see that they are actually loaded inside. And I just think that would look fantastic. So yeah, so if anybody of you knows that these train cars maybe have run with their roof open, when there's a load in there that's not, you know, kind of has to be kept from the environment. I don't know what they all load, if they just load salt or if they just load other minerals that can't get wet, or if these train cars load other ores too or something, like, or bauxite or something like that, then you know, maybe then they run with their roofs open. I really don't know. So yeah, anyways, it's super nice train car, very good detail, both sides. Everything is mounted, so all these little detail parts here that you see here, or if you don't see them, I don't know, but all these parts are mounted. There's nothing you have to add. All you have to add is your couplers on each end, and of course it has the NEM coupling pockets on the bottom here for short couplings, and then they're ready to rock and roll. So I think I'll have to find a locomotive and attach them to that and do a few laps here on the layout. So see you in a sec. Okay, so now they are behind a locomotive. Oh, I guess we gotta start again.
Hört. Die Rang 1 auf 23 vorziehen bis an die Maschinen. Ja, und die Rang 1 kommt vor auf 23 bis an die Maschinen. Und die Rang 1 noch 10 Längen.
Then, off we go.
Noch 7 Längen. Noch 4 Längen. Noch 2 Längen. Noch 1 Länge. Und halt. Und Rang 1 halt. Bleib stehen, jo.
So, you guys let me know what you think. I love the train cars. I love the colors. Got 3 more coming from Modelleisenbahntraeume-tv, as I said. So I think that'll make a nice train with 9 cars. Have to look online if I can mix maybe other train cars in there, just for a little bit different color to switch it up maybe. But other than that, that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. You know, leave a comment. Really let me know about your collecting habits and your addiction, and you know, or if it's the exact opposite. And yeah, have a good weekend, everybody, and see you next time. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to activate the bell so you know when the next video comes out. Thanks, guys. Bye.